Diddy is not going down without a fight. Diddy's close associate has been making waves recently. So Stevie J, a notable producer implicated in one of the lawsuits and was there during the raids, took to TMZ Live to defend his friend Diddy. But that's just the beginning of the story. Stevie didn't stop there. He took to Instagram to drop a bombshell by sharing footage from Diddy's star-studded 50th birthday bash, attended by the likes of the Kardashians.
After his arrest, Diddy reportedly exposed a list of celebrities tied to criminal activities, sparking immediate controversy. In high-profile cases, it's not unusual for plea deals to include sharing information on others in exchange for reduced penalties, though such details are typically kept confidential. This scenario mirrors a familiar trope in media and pop culture, where a powerful individual, when faced with consequences, turns on their associates to protect themselves.
Jay-Z, Beyonce, Kanye, and Kevin Hart. So with the lawsuit alleging Diddy holds compromising footage of all attendees from his infamous parties, Stevie J just issued a stark warning to all his friends.
Federal authorities reportedly discovered incriminating footage linking Jay-Z and Beyonce to Diddy, further fueling speculation. Both Jay-Z and Beyonce have long been the focus of various conspiracy theories and accusations throughout their careers.
There's been a shocking revelation from federal authorities regarding a highly private and scandalous video involving none other than Jay-Z and Beyonce, reportedly taken during a wild party hosted by Diddy. Apparently during a Homeland Security raid on Diddy's properties, some rather intriguing discoveries were made, including compromising footage featuring numerous beloved celebrities caught in scandalous situations. Speculation is rife that Diddy intentionally leaked this footage to authorities as a form of revenge against the Carters, allegedly due to their perceived lack of support during his legal battles. It seems he's on a mission to embarrass them at any cost. Adding fuel to the fire, an unsettling audio clip allegedly featuring Meek Mill and Diddy has surfaced, courtesy of Diddy's former bodyguard.
Diddy could potentially face a year in prison due to lawsuits and allegations that demand closer examination. Over the years, he has been entangled in various legal battles, including altercations, business conflicts, and accusations of misconduct.
There's really no deal that the U.S. Attorney's Office can offer, and it's certainly not one that Diddy will accept. It would involve decades in federal prison. We're talking about mandatory minimum sentences of 10 years for both the drug charges and the sex trafficking. So we know that Diddy has fought charges before. There were state charges, there were gun-related, the nightclub shooting with J-Lo, but he's going to dig in his heels, and this case is going to trial. So if you're prosecutors, you really want to make sure that your evidence is bulletproof before you go down.
Stevie J, a producer and former close associate of Diddy, allegedly revealed a list of celebrities tied to Diddy's criminal activities, raising questions about his motives. It's essential to consider whether this is genuine whistleblowing or simply an effort to regain public attention. In the entertainment industry, it's not unusual for individuals to leverage their connections to powerful figures by making bold claims, particularly when their own careers have waned.
Okay. If you don't want to fight, if you don't want to donate to charity, donate the bread to charity and fight, don't stop being a girl and talking about dudes. I find it funny that, when they first try to crucify somebody, they go through the media first, and they're just flooded with lies and propaganda. I'm not concerned about this this dude Curtis. You know what I'm saying? He's Uncle Tom, and that's just what it is. I'm gonna speak on 1,000% of what I know to be true about my guy. My spirits are up. He's spending time with his children. I'm not a spring chicken, even though I look fly and stuff. But I've witnessed some historical events of excessive force, but none like...
Reports have surfaced claiming Ellen DeGeneres was present at one of Diddy's parties and allegedly involved in criminal activity, a revelation that has left many people shocked.
Feds have allegedly revealed Ellen DeGeneres was caught on tape with children at Diddy's mansions. Ellen was allegedly involved in child She would allegedly sell furniture online at a very high price point, like small cabinets for $10,000. The names of the items were peculiar names like Naraya, Eurythia, Samia, and Alvia. But it turns out these weird names lined up perfectly with recent missing children in the area. So it's alleged the names of the furniture was sort of like a code to buy kids online. So you would buy the product and it would actually be a front for buying a child. It's also coincidental that Ellen's set was strikingly similar to Epstein's.
Kim Kardashian has reportedly unfollowed Diddy on social media, seemingly to distance herself from his ongoing legal troubles.
Kim Kardashian is linked to the Diddy lawsuit. Yeah, Kim 24 hours before the raid unfollowed Diddy despite continuing to follow him even after the Cassie lawsuit was settled. Turns out Kris Jenner makes all of her daughters give 10% of their income to a church. The church is run by none other than Lou Taylor. So Lou is allegedly Diddy's manager, and Diddy is asking Lou to pay off the victims to keep them quiet. Lou is the one who put Britney Spears in a conservatorship, and while Kim was married to Kanye, she tried to force him in one too. And during these so-called conservatorships, The Guardian steals money from these celebrities and pays out victims through the church to make it seem like donations. And people think Kim is involved in the trafficking ring after her Balenciaga endorsement. Balenciaga was called out for advertising CP in their campaigns.
Kanye West has also spoken out against Diddy despite being reportedly linked to him. West allegedly connected Diddy to the murder of Tupac Shakur, a case that remains unsolved and has spawned numerous conspiracy theories over the years. These theories have implicated various individuals and groups. Given Kanye's history of making provocative and controversial statements, his claims have further intensified speculation.
I can't spend none of y'all meetings and none of these things. I'm still not backing down from what I said. You know, out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize.
A producer who has worked with Diddy has claimed to possess a list of celebrities allegedly involved in criminal activities alongside him.
Missed the first one. We broke down all of it, its entirety, except for the celebrity names, because I know you all want to hear it. Now, that doesn't mean they're implicated, but they're now implicated via Little Rod, and Little Rod claims to have hours of recordings admitting to these crimes. Now, he hasn't seen these celebrities do the crimes, but I want you to see how he plays it out in this declaration. Now, before we get there, Jason Derulo, sorry, I have to. You can't say his name any other way. I hope he doesn't ding me. He's come out in defense of Diddy. Now, Jason Derulo started out as a writer, so he owes Diddy a lot of his career. And he's come out, he seemed a little cagey in the question of, what do you think? And he said Diddy's innocent until proven guilty. I can't be mad at the guy for doing that, especially if Diddy helped him. Good for him. When asked, Diddy should be afforded the same grace until more evidence surfaces, if any does at all, that implicates him in something nefarious. And yes, Diddy has not yet been arrested or charged with any crimes, but yes, lots of things coming forward. And now in this new document that it's important to reiterate, which we did in our first video, make sure
the allegations that Diddy was involved with minors in inappropriate situations, based on testimony from a former makeup artist, are extremely serious. Meanwhile, Cuba Gooding Jr., who has faced legal troubles related to sexual assault allegations, is reportedly denying any involvement with Diddy's legal issues. His denial should be critically examined, especially given his ongoing legal battles.
I don't know if you saw that recently.
Antonio Brown posted that.
No, he didn't.
Antonio Brown posted.
Who?
Antonio?
There's no way Antonio Brown posted that.
AB posted that.
Can you go to his Twitter? I want to see.
Oh my.
Are you saying that AB would never post a picture like that?
City. Well, Chris from Value Tech Chris is like, Vinny, he sent me this and said...
There's no way he posted that.
Keep going.
I believe he did.
It's kind of fun.
I believe he did.
Okay.
Can we?
By the way,
directed by Dan Schneider.
You don't understand.
I didn't see that.
Pat.
The soundtrack is by.
What's the soundtrack by? R. Kelly.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my.
Can we address?
No. It's just a parody.
The lawyer is
It's
quiet.
just a parody.
Like, I'm not getting sued for
Yeah,
defamation. You guys are going down
Can
alone.
we address some of the legal allegations on this? Is this something that we can even?
Is that where you're going?
Yeah, I'd like to know
Trafficking.
from a legal standpoint.
Trafficking.
What this case is even looking like. Have they even arrested Diddy yet? What like? I know you're not handling this case whatsoever.
No.
But Everybody is talking about this. It's nonstop.
Yeah.
Here we go. These two stepbrothers are out here. From a legal standpoint, what does this look like? The raid, FBI?
So, I mean, you're asking me about a raid when I've seen raids happen to my clients that have no business happening. I understand that there was a plane with one of his, they called it his drug runner, his 25-year-old kid.
Going to Antigua.
He was arrested. I know that. I know that obviously there are accusations of trafficking. And you've seen a lot of reels been coming up about, that's his, that gentleman was arrested.
His drug mule.
Drug mule, exactly. And, his homes were raided. Obviously, he was.
Media commentator Megan Kelly has pointed out that while Cuba Gooding Jr. has been actively defending himself against accusations, he has notably refrained from publicly supporting Diddy. Although Gooding has denied allegations of misconduct against himself, his silence regarding Diddy's ongoing controversies raises questions. Critics suggest this could signal either a desire to distance himself from Diddy or a reluctance to engage with potentially incriminating information.
What was really interesting in the interview, he says, I really don't know Diddy. He's an acquaintance, met him 2 or 3 times. I can't speak anything more about that. In regards to me, and this was fascinating in that interview, he goes, that night, I was jumping from yacht to yacht. It was New Year's Eve. I ended up on Diddy's yacht. This guy's listening to music. We're listening to it. And there's a picture, by the way, in that lawsuit with Cuba Gooding Jr. next to little Rod Jones. He's got his arm around him, looking very close next to him. And he goes, that photo that Jones put in his lawsuit, let me show you something else. And he shows Patrick Bet-David another photo, but it's apparently a live photo. He goes, look, this is a different angle. He goes, so they decided to put this one photo in to make it look like something. There's another side of the story, said that this is a money grab. So he came out on the defensive against what he's accused of, but not so much against all the allegations.
John Deal, a former bodyguard for Diddy, has been stirring controversy on the Art of Dialogue platform by revealing what he claims are dark secrets within the celebrity world, particularly those connected to Diddy. Deal has repeatedly accused the hip-hop mogul of being swayed by a corrupt Hollywood culture that promotes criminal and morally questionable behavior.
Based on what they do and how they do it, we know that to be true. And it's just this situation, man, when they get down to all the facts and all what happened, he may belong in jail, bruh. And that's not my doing. That's not Cassie doing. That's his doing and his learned behavior from the people that mentored him. You gotta realize, man, he learned from Andre Harrell. He learned from Russell Simmons. He learned from Clyde Davis. You understand? When those people are telling you that they were heavy into the drugs, they was heavy into beating women and doing things at that age, at that crazy stage, that's gonna make him think that he could get away with the same thing that they was getting away with back then. You understand? The things that he was saying, the touchy-feely between 2 men and all that stuff like that, man. All that, he learned that from them dudes. When I told y'all the story, when me and my man went up to Russell Simmons and he had a house and he had a man in bikini drawers in his bedroom, in his bed. You understand? Bruh, this is that he learned. I'm assuming he learned it from them. Let me put that. And I'm not gonna say alleged because I saw that for my own self. My man was with me, Slick was with me, and we saw that for our own self. You understand what I'm saying? So these are behaviors and things that with drugs and all the stuff that's going on, pills, drinking, it can make this man into a monster, and that's what it did, bruh. It made him into a monster, bro.
According to Deal, Diddy's circle and environment have heavily influenced his actions, drawing him into criminal activity. These claims have sparked discussions about how wealth and power can foster unethical behavior in the entertainment industry.
Same day, this rapper and him, they all in the room together. It's Sarah, the girl, Puff, and this dude, this rapper. So I'm here at the door and stuff like that, like, yeah, so then next thing you know, somebody rang the doorbell. We had the presidential suite where we was at. So I opened the door, and the dude said, "Yo, I'm here for my cousin." I said, "Who your cousin?" And he said, "Ja Rule." I said, "Well, he busy right now." He said, "He busy doing what?" I said, "He with Puff. They're in the room. They busy. They don't want to be bothered." He said, "Well, I'm going in there." I said, "Bruh, you ain't going in there because he told me they don't want nobody to be bothered."
In one particularly shocking claim, Gene Deal alleges that he saw a famous rapper accompany Diddy into a room under circumstances that suggested something nefarious was taking place.
He tried to bum rush me. I grabbed it and threw him against the piano. When I threw him into the piano, Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt the naked. And so then Ja was like, "Yo, what's going on? Yo, Gene, that's my cousin." He know me well, and Puff was like, "Yo, Gene, what happened?" I said, "He tried to get in the room. I told him he couldn't get in the room." And he was like, Puff looked at Ja. He said, "Yo," Ja said, "You ain't want to go in that room because there's a lot of freaking going on." So I was like, "Oh," he said it was a lot of freaking going on.
Comedian Kevin Hart has been linked to Diddy's notorious parties, known for their extravagance. Allegedly, Diddy made an uncomfortable comment about having slept with Usher, highlighting the ongoing issue of inappropriate behavior in Diddy's circle and raising concerns about how such conduct may go unchecked.
Usher look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. Usher fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like just back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early with me. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And what the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this but me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes, and we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was fucking stupid. Listen, having a good time. Yo, Usher made it in.
Usher, connected to Diddy since his teenage years, has recounted his time at Diddy's infamous Flavor Camp, where he learned about the music industry. He described it as one of the wildest experiences of his life.
Moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
in the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't necessarily understand it.
Uh-huh.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans. Jodeci, Mary J. Blige. They didn't know nothing about this shit.
Oh.
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 a.m. with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem. I had like,
what
like a living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
That wraps up today's video. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for our next episode.